from the horrific nightmares of the dog on shrooms.
Round.
To a grown man literally marrying his own son.
I want to take this to the next level. Chris Griffin, will you marry me?
Family Guy has a lot of dark moments. So today, let's take a look at the most disturbing Family Guy episodes, from showcasing uncomfortable topics and subjects, to physically making the viewers shiver, and to just straight up giving everyone PTSD. PTSD? Close enough. Let's kick things off in full gear with a pretty graphic depiction of an awful drug trip. In Seahorse Seashell Party, a big storm shuts down the entirety of Quahog, so the Griffin family is left bored at home. For some reason, Brian decides that pulling out a pack of shrooms in front of an impressionable toddler is the best thing you do in this horrible weather.
These are mushrooms. It's a psychedelic drug. Makes you see weird things and feel happy for a few hours. I figure we're gonna be stuck inside for a while with a storm, so it'll be a fun way to pass the time.
Okay.
So after Brian shoves a couple of magical fungi into his face, he goes with Stewie to lounge around with the family. Peter tries to entertain everyone, but his stupid antics are about as fun as watching paint dry. Anyway, Brian quickly starts tripping, so he leaves the living room before he has a fit right in front of the family. When Brian finally gets his privacy, Stewie sneakily follows him to make sure he's okay.
I'm gonna cut my ear off to prevent World War II.
Props to Stewie, he gets over the shock pretty quickly. Unfortunately, Brian is far from done having his traumatic experiences, so Stewie does his best to comfort him. This completely backfires for Brian, since everyone and everything he sees around him looks like a nightmarish demon.
Don't worry, Brian. I'm gonna stay by your side all night. It's okay. Do you like my soothing voice?
Do you like my soothing voice?
Stewie tries to get Brian into bed so he can rest, but
Stewie is right here. Just relax.
And get some rest.
as if he already wasn't traumatized enough, Brian also gets transported into a nightmare dreamland where he gets to see a less than appetizing meat roast. And after that traumatizing barbecue, Brian proceeds to go through a bunch more horrifying sights until the shroom's effect is too much for his fragile mind to bear.
Brian.
It's Stewie's voice that pulls Brian out of his misery at last. So after the drugs had finally worn off, Stewie takes him downstairs and Brian's misery finally comes to an end. Even the writers felt that the episode got too disturbing, so they left the viewers a very thoughtful warning at the end.
Tonight's Family Guy was a very special episode about drug use, but the simple fact is, it's no laughing matter. To learn more about drugs, visit your local library. There's probably a guy behind there who sells drugs. Good night.
The next episode on the list may or may not have a happy or even neutral ending. In Coma Guy, the episode starts with a boring adult cocktail party at the Griffin's house.
I can top that. I ain't ever read a book in my entire life.
Never read a book?
Peter's never read a book.
Yeah, I heard the first guy.
And you said this was a fancy cocktail party. Reginald, we're leaving.
So after Peter trashes Lois's social clout party, she gets mad and orders him to read a bunch of books so he can sit with the civilized adults. And so Peter goes to the library, dodges an awkward, flirty conversation with a single middle-aged receptionist, and picks out an audiobook recommended by Lois, because of course he can't actually read.
Okay, boring book, 1984. I am ready for you to be lame and a book and not something unexpected.
Okay, so that wasn't even the audiobook Lois wanted him to listen to. Instead, Peter gets inspired by this rock album and goes around performing a bunch of crazy and highly illegal stunts. Eventually, Lois gets tired of him putting everyone else's lives at risk, so Peter stops horsing around. Still, he finds it hard to remain clean, especially while being taunted by Ernie.
No. Those days are behind me. I made a promise to a pancake.
Do it like. Do it.
Don't do it, Peter. Think about your family. Oh, and off he goes.
Working squirrel.
And so our fat rocker ends up in a coma at the hospital. At first, the Griffins find it hard to believe that their beloved dad could truly end up in such a sorry state, but after a bit of convincing from the doctors, they realize they don't even have any good memories about him. So while the family shares an awkward silence in the ward, Peter's fragmented mind takes him on a dark trip.
Let me out! Let me out!
That goes on for quite a while, actually. After a whole lot of fumbling around and dropping the poor guy to the floor, the frog finally kicks Peter out of the house into the deepest pits of hell.
The Godfather insists upon it. It insists upon itself. It insists upon itself. The Godfather insists upon itself. No, wait! I agree with all of you!
After almost getting drowned by copies of himself, Peter's nightmare shifts to something a little more relatable, being brought before a jury of people that specifically hate him.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
And how do you find the defendant? Bacall or not Bacall?
We find the defendant, Peter Griffin, Bacall.
These heavily traumatizing dreams take an incredible toll on Peter's physical body, and his condition worsens even more in the hospital.
Clear!
No, you do stuff up here. Clear!
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 He's not dead, but still, Peter doesn't wake up. He just keeps on dreaming and dreaming about a bunch of never-ending absurdities, and in the real world, Dr. Hartman breaks the bad news to the family.
Mrs. Griffin, I have some bad news. Your husband is brain dead. I'm afraid it's time for you to make your choice.
What? Are you telling me I should pull the plug?
That's dark. Now Lois and the family have a tough choice to make. Do they pull the plug, or do they spend a few more miserable days hoping and praying that Peter's already non-existent brain somehow comes back to life? Well, they choose to pull the plug.
I don't want to go! I don't want to go! Hey,
Hey!
you pulled the plug on me?
Yay, Peter lives! Though he's not exactly happy. Despite recovering and heading back home, Peter feels miserable knowing that his family gave up on him the first chance they got. But Lois does not feel any remorse for it either.
Terrible. My family tried to off me in my sleep.
We said we're sorry, all right? We're sorry we pulled the plug. But you know what? It was a relief.
What?
There, I said it.
After her unfair outburst, Lois realizes her mistake and calms down. She promises to do anything for Peter to make it up to him, but when the time comes to actually fulfill his demands, well...
We're leaving.
What?
It's over. You'll never forgive us for killing you at the hospital, so we're done. We're leaving town today. Come on, kids.
No, don't take the kids, please.
So Peter's left alone at home, left by his wife and kids because he took too long to forgive them. But despite all that, Peter sure does love them. In fact, he heads straight to the airport to tell them just that.
You're my family, and I love you. And if I gotta have my plug pulled by somebody, I want it to be you. And you're the only people whose plug I want to pull. Will you come back?
Yes, Peter. Yes.
Of course, the writers can't end the episode on a truly dark note, or else the show would, be better. All things considered, that was still quite a dark episode. Let's keep the spotlight on Peter for this next one. This time, we're going to move on to the episode Fresh Air, in which Peter does something you should never ever do to your own son. So, one day, Carter injures his leg while trying to perform a stupid stunt at the mall.
You're going to get hurt doing that.
No, I'm not. I'm the champ at doing this. Ow! You jinxed me! Ah, damn it! Hey, call that beeping cart that carries around the fat black people.
And after that incident, Babs leaves town for a special photo shoot, so the old man is left alone. To help him get by, Lois sends Chris over to Carter to help him while Babs is gone. Things go normally at first, with Chris helping Carter with basic chores, but that is until the old man tells his grandson about his special hunger.
I can't sleep. I just have to lie here and wait for my stupid leg to heal. And the worst part about it is I can't have God, I wish there was a way I could just do it myself.
I think you can probably guess what he showed him. Actually, you don't have to guess. They pretty much just say it.
That was amazing. And Linda Carter wasn't actually here?
No, that was just in your mind.
Incredible!
After that wholesome bonding experience, Carter continues hanging out with Chris. One day, the old man grows so close to Chris that he puts his name into his will as the sole inheritor of all his fortune. And after Carter announces this good news to the Griffins, everyone reacts as you'd expect these selfish frickers too.
But Grandpa, I don't even want the money.
See? This is exactly why you should get it. So refreshing.
Well, I don't want it either.
Good, because you're not getting it. Come on, what are you doing?
The worst affected by this news is Peter himself. So for the first time in his life, Peter actually spends the time a father should with his son, but unfortunately, it's tainted with bad intentions and horrific accidents. Like this one time, he tries to clean Chris's room for free, only to see someone who isn't supposed to be there.
Chris, our bath is ready.
I don't know what to do now. I don't have the parenting skills necessary to deal with this.
I say we never speak of this again.
This is the second joke they've made in the episode. I wonder if they'll go for a threefer. After getting over his PTSD and did it again, Peter changes his approach with Chris. Instead of indirectly sucking up to the boy, he goes for the jugular and does something that would kill old man Herbert from jealousy.
I have something very important to ask you. Chris, there comes a time when every man looks at his son and thinks, I want to take this to the next level. Will you marry me?
Okay, I'm starting to see why Lois wanted to pull the plug now. And the worst part is Chris's reason for actually agreeing to this deranged idea.
When you're married, you get to spend all your time together doing things like playing catch and going fishing, right?
Well, the best marriages give each other space, but yes, Chris.
Then yes, I will marry you, Dad.
I don't know if that was weird or just sad. Man just wanted to spend some quality time with his dad. Thankfully, Peter doesn't try to do anything sneaky to Chris. Instead, he heads to Vermont to get married to his husband-to-be in his car that's been clearly modified to show off his love for his son. Amazing. By the way, it's going to be a whole wedding too. Flowers, decorations, the works. And once they get to Vermont, Peter kicks into wedding planning mode.
Okay, great. All right, we'll start with the $9,000 in copper bottom cookware. Holy whack-a-zoli.
Dad!
What?
Don't what me. You know what you did.
Hey, I may be your husband and your dad, but I'm still a man.
Oh, looks like Herbert might have some competition. Luckily, Lois and the family show up just in time for the rescue.
Lois, how did you find out about this?
Peter, several people have called the police about a man marrying his son. It's not normal.
After Lois knocks some sense into Peter, he also learns that Chris was aware of his ulterior motives the whole time. But he went along with it just to spend more time with him. Peter finally admits that he was wrong as a father and takes Chris back as a son. Hopefully, they'll develop a real bond as father and son this time around. Who am I kidding? Anyway, we're moving on to a more serious family-related episode. In Screams of Silence, Family Guy explores a dark but also realistic and relatable topic, domestic violence. It starts when Peter and Joe stumble upon Quagmire choking himself for fun.
Hey, Quagmire, you in there? Holy crap!
Oh my god! He must have asphyxiated himself!
So they rush him to the hospital. Naturally, Quagmire's sister Brenda rushes over with her boyfriend Jeff to check on her brother's condition, but we find out that Jeff isn't exactly a very supportive partner.
Our mother used to sing a song when we were sad. Maybe that'll help now.
A stupid nursery rhyme isn't gonna wake him up, especially the way you sing. Right, man?
Glenn, don't die from asphyxiation.
Somehow, the goofy song actually wakes up Quagmire, and when Brenda tries her best to comfort him, Jeff can't stand watching her show concern for her own brother.
What happened?
Oh, Glenn! Oh, thank God you're all right!
Hey, you touching my girl?
Relax, Jeff, that's her brother.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Eventually, Quagmire does wake up, so everyone helps him settle back in his house. Unfortunately, throughout the entire experience, Jeff shows them all that he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but rather the bluntest hammer in the toolbox.
Where do you get off calling me a deadbeat in front of your brother?
No, Jeff, all I said was that you were in between jobs.
I need money for motor oil and wallet chains.
Okay, I'll ask about it Monday.
The next day, Quagmire visits the Griffins since he couldn't catch a wink of sleep with all the violence going on in his house. Lois wonders why Brenda doesn't dump her abusive partner, so Quagmire explains that she simply refuses to let him go. He asks Lois to talk to her, hoping that a fellow woman can convince his stubborn sister, but when it's time for the two women to talk, Brenda shows Lois another reason why she shouldn't be with Jeff anymore.
Oh my God.
No, it's really not that bad. It only hurts when I see.
You know, you don't have to stay with a man who treats you that way.
Oh, Jeff's sweet.
So clearly the woman has been gaslit into thinking she can't live without her abusive boyfriend no matter what. Since the talking approach didn't work, Peter wonders if they can get Joe to arrest Jeff for domestic violence. Naturally, the paraplegic policeman offers to...
Sorry, Quagmire. Police policy, we can't step in until it's too late.
Do absolutely nothing. Fantastic. Joe does give the gang another good suggestion, though. He thinks that they should take Brenda by surprise and pressure her into accepting that she needs to be separated from her partner. Let's see how well that goes.
I know what you guys are trying to do, but Jeff and I are fine.
No, Brenda, you're not fine. Okay? Please, I'd like to say something if I may.
Oh boy. Let's see what kind of bombs Quagmire's about to drop.
A woman makes choices to make her life better. Sadly, the fact that you are with Jeff proves to me that you have made a choice to make your life worse.
That's right, tell her how it is. Oh wait, Quagmire may as well have been giving a speech to a brick wall because...
What the hell's going on here?
Listen here, you bully. For your information, Brenda just agreed to leave you.
Like hell she did. Brenda, you tell him?
Everyone, Jeff and I are getting married.
Yep, that's it. That's the final straw. Peter wonders why they can't just strangle the dumb oaf, and Quagmire thinks he's onto something. Joe reminds the two of them that murder is illegal. That's not okay. But then this happens.
We're watching Leno, you...
I'm so sorry.
His soft, gentle humor connects effortlessly with my mainstream sensibilities.
No!
So after this, the boys make a devious plan to invite Jeff out on a hunting trip and secretly dispose of him in the forest. It works, and the big jock happily tags along with them. When they're all finally alone, Quagmire waits for the right moment to settle things with Jeff once and for all.
Point my gun straight at his head before he even knows what's going on.
Kinda like this? You know, Quagmire, you are pathetic.
Busted. Jeff takes Quagmire in the car to another secret spot so he can execute him in secrecy.
Die, Quagmire!
You know, if you had any balls, you'd put that gun down and we could settle this like men.
That's awful big talk for a scrawny bastard like you.
There's no way he falls for such obvious rage bait, right? Why aren't you saying anything? Never mind, he totally does. Gun or not, it honestly wouldn't even make a difference since Quagmire is about as much muscle mass as a 90-year-old grandma. After a brief scuffle, Jeff pins the toothpick pervert down and drains the life out of him once and for all. All that's left for Jeff is to get rid of the evidence.
What the hell? I killed you!
I choke myself every day, you bastard.
Oh yeah, Quaggy. Show him who's boss. Has anyone ever called him Quaggy? Never thought having a kink could save your life, but here we are. So after getting rid of Jeff's corpse, the boys return home. They visit Brenda the next day, who's feeling worried about Jeff. Thankfully, the boys give her some closure with a fake letter from Jeff, making it look like he's breaking up with her.
I have decided to leave you. I realize that you are too good for me. If the cops ask, tell them that Joe, Peter, and Quagmire were with you last night. If you tell anyone otherwise, I will come back and not only hit you, but I will murder you.
Can't say they didn't hit the right tone with that note. Sadly, a lot of abuse victims think like this. Anyway, the episode was pretty dark in a different way than our previous ones. While the others showed a lot of disturbing content, it was less realistic considering all those interactions happening between a toddler and a talking dog. This time, though, we dealt with a real tragedy that many people go through in their lives. The next episode on our list might be even darker, and this one also ties in with real-life problems. In Turban Cowboy, Peter becomes a professional skydiver, and he loves the thrill of it.
This is awesome! I haven't felt a rush like this since I won that marathon.
Peter, how did you do it?
I'll tell you, Bob, I just got in my car and drove it.
He's starting off strong with this one. Karma does catch up to Peter, though. On another one of his skydiving journeys, everything seems to go pretty normally. In fact, things go so normal that Peter completely forgets to release his parachute.
Deliver me from my greatest enemy. His name is Peter. More specifically, Peter's shyness in public. Oh, great spirit, why do I hold myself back in such situations? Oh, ground! Ah, damn it!
I do not want to imagine what that felt like. After this accident, Peter's skydiving career comes to an end. Somehow he survives the brutal injuries, so the townsfolk bring Peter to the hospital, where he gets surgery to patch the giant hole ripped open in his backside. Once Peter's condition is stable, the Griffins leave him to recover in peace, and it's then that Peter meets a new friend in the ward.
I am Mahmoud.
I'm Peter. You know, I never seen a hat like that before, so I'm very scared of it.
No, this is just a taghiya. It's a traditional Muslim prayer cap.
Once Peter gets over his fear of Mahmoud's strange hat, the two of them hit it off and become good friends. In a few weeks, Peter gets discharged from the hospital, so he heads straight to the pub to celebrate with Quagmire and Joe, and it just so happens that Mahmoud is also nearby, so Peter introduces him to his friends.
Hello, how are you?
Have a seat. Any friend of Peter's is a friend of ours.
Which Spanish chick has better jugs? Salma Hayek or the other one?
Oh, but I do not pay attention to such things. I am married.
Quagmire and Joe feel a bit weirded out by Mahmoud's behavior, so they bring it up with the gang.
Oh, he's weird. Why do you order a ginger ale? And who the hell doesn't look at jugs?
Yeah, and he's got his cell phone clipped to his belt like he's some kind of big shot on vacation.
Peter also sides with Brian, so he continues hanging out with Mahmoud. One day, Mahmoud invites Peter to a hookah bar and treats him with great hospitality.
I wish I could stay here all night, Mahmoud, but I'm supposed to pick up the dry cleaner before it closes. I killed a mouse with my tie.
Nonsense. I'll have my wife pick it up for you. I need you to run an errand for my friend Peter.
Of course. Anything for you, husband.
The fact that Mahmoud's wife listens to everything he says is enough for Peter to ditch all of his previous ideas and convert to Islam. After Peter heads back home as a Muslim, Lois thinks that it's just another one of his phases, but Peter keeps up his routine for quite a while, to the point where Mahmoud introduces himself to his secret group of Muslim brothers.
Peter, this is my friend Omar. He can teach you many things about our faith, including how to ululate.
What's that?
It's this.
Oh my god, that's terrifying!
Clearly, these are a bunch of terrorists, but Peter's too dumb to notice and still smart enough to pass their test. Luckily, he brings up Mahmoud's secret bomb lab to Quagmire and Joe, who instantly catch all the red flags and warn Peter to stop hanging around those guys. But now that the guys know the Mahmoud's gang is about to commit 9/11-2, they decide to send Peter as a spy to stop their plan from the inside.
We will need an American behind the wheel to arouse the least amount of suspicion.
Sorry, can you repeat all that? I just had an itch right by my microphone.
Microphone?
Oh wait, should have sent a guy who isn't a complete fracking idiot on a covert spying operation. And so, Peter gets forced into the terrorists' plan and shoved into the driver's seat to sneak past security. Once the car arrives at the target location, Peter begs Mama to have mercy on America.
For we are America.
You will not convince me! America must pay for its sins!
Hold it right there!
Thankfully, Joe was smart enough to have the real police on standby so all the terrorists get arrested and no one gets hurt. And then this happens.
Tell you what, let me call Horace and tell him to get our table ready.
Peter, did you just...
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Your feelings about this episode may vary, but it's got themes certain people would definitely find disturbing. The next episode, though, I think everybody will agree on the disturbing factor. One day, Stewie and Brian are in a bank vault trying to get a withdrawal for Brian's card, when suddenly it's closing time and the vault locks itself.
What was that? I don't believe this. Hello?
A great auto-lock system means that there are no employees around to break those two out of the bank. But Stewie thinks there's a bigger problem concerning his soiled diaper that Brian needs to immediately take care of.
If the poo were to be removed...
What is it? What are you driving at?
Eat it.
What?
Eat it, Brian.
You're out of your mind.
I know the dogs are known to eat their own poop sometimes, but that's still their own stuff, you know? Anyway, Brian's not even like other dogs, so it's not fair to expect something like this from him. But then, both of them realize that there's a secret tool they can use to turn the negotiations in their favor.
There's a gun in your safety deposit box, isn't there?
Stewie, come on. You don't know how to use that thing.
And after just a few moments, Stewie realizes that shooting Brian won't really help. Luckily, he does have some battery left in his old phone, so the duo have some hope of calling someone and getting broken out.
Hurry up!
It's ringing.
Oh, thank God.
Come on, come on. Yes, hi, can you connect me to men's designer wear, please? Thank you.
What are you doing?
This will just take a second.
Give me that!
Just like that, the battery's gone. Never mind then, stuck in the vault it is. So these two are well and truly caged together with no food or drink or anything entertaining to do. In this awful situation, Brian gets so desperate that he actually agrees to the consuming of Stewie's diaper contents.
Don't do it right here. I don't want to watch.
What?
Take it over there. Do it in the corner. It's gross.
It's your poop.
Yeah, but it's your activity, you know? It's your thing.
I'm just grateful they didn't actually show the contents of that diaper. But the misery ain't over yet for Brian, no, not at all, because the diaper was only part of the full thing, and Stewie makes sure Brian finishes the job. Oh, can you guess which part is still left for Brian to clean?
Got some dessert for you.
You gotta be kidding me.
Come on, it's throw up. You like throw up.
I don't know who's more traumatized, Brian or the viewers. Probably Brian, definitely Brian, actually. Anyway, after this horrifying ordeal is finally over, Brian decides it's time to kick it back a little and relax his broken mind. His idea of relaxation while trapped with the baby is unfortunately getting dead drunk and also letting the baby drink with him.
What you doing?
Oh, hey, just needed a little drink. Was kind of saving it, but want a sip?
You're offering me some?
Can dogs even get arrested for that? Better hope not. Alright, he literally just ate the crumbs off of Stewie's chocolate starfish. Never mind, he's screwed either way. Anyway, drunk Stewie and Brian get into a deep conversation and realize that they care a lot more about each other than they initially thought. Then Stewie gets the bright idea that he needs to get his ear pierced.
Yeah?
Okay, here we go. Ah! Oh my God! Oh, you okay? Wait, move your hand. Oh, wow.
After getting his DIY piercing job, Stewie goes back to the deep talk with Brian, only this time, he wonders if a dog even has a sense of purpose in life. Clearly not the best question to ask his sentient friend.
Hey, whoa. Look, I didn't mean to start anything. Let's just forget it, okay? We're having a good time.
Oh, I don't want to forget it. How dare you tell me that my life doesn't have purpose?
Then the two of them get into a fight and things just keep on worsening. Eventually, Stewie admits that he could have easily kept his diaper on for the first part of their stay, and the only reason he made Brian clean it up for him was was that, it was fun, I guess. This disgusting revelation clearly upsets Brian, so drunk Stewie asks him to punish him for the crime.
I use you, man.
Yeah, I would know if you were using me.
Oh, you would? I got you to eat my poop because I wanted to see if I could.
You're a monster.
Nobody comes to help, but Brian does realize that everything he did with the diaper and the alcohol has been secretly recorded in the bank's database, securely. So while he deals with this crisis, Stewie accidentally shoots the gun. Both friends huddle under the table until the shot stops ricocheting around the room and they finally go to sleep once it does. The next day, Stewie wonders why Brian even keeps a gun with him in the first place, and Brian feels too uncomfortable to explain, but after some convincing, he's worn down.
I don't know. Sometimes it's all too much.
What is?
Life, everything. Just having the gun here, knowing there's a way out, it helps.
Stewie manages to convince Brian that simply being his friend is, well, a reason to live. So there's no need to keep such extreme fail-safes around. It works, and the two of them come out of the experience stronger and in one piece towards the end of the episode. Overall, a relatively normal one, except for the poop stuff. That kind of makes me nauseous every single time. And the next episode on our list still features Brian and Stewie, stars of this video. In Road to the North Pole, it's Christmas holiday, and Brian takes Stewie to the North Pole to confront the real Santa for overlooking him, and it's not looking good.
I'm Stewie Griffin, and I'm going to kill you!
Do it! Please, put me out of my misery!
I don't know what's more surprising, the fact that Santa exists or that he's miserable and looks like he's been smoking a pack a day for the last 400 years.
What are you waiting for? Pull the trigger!
There isn't a great deal of sport in that. Oh my god, are you alright?
I'm okay.
Anyway, the old man explains why he's so miserable instead of jolly like in the movies.
I loved my work, and they loved me. But it just got out of hand. The world's population kept growing, and kids wanted more toys, fancier toys. We used to make wooden choo-choos and rag dolls.
Oh, so this Santa is literally responsible for fulfilling basically everyone's increasingly demanding wishes. How does he even get the funding to set up so many manufacturing plants? And the toxic waste isn't even the worst part. Turns out that Santa needed way more workers than he actually had, so his elves were forced to, Alabama it out, which caused heavy inbreeding and disabilities in the future generations.
At least 60% of them are born blind. The workload destroys them, but they don't know anything else. It's gotten so their instincts take over, and near the end, they just walk out into the snow and die.
That's horrifying. After revealing the horrifying truth, Santa and his minions go on a long tirade about the selfish world and how it ruined all their lives. After giving one last performance, the old man's abused body finally gives out, and he crumples from all of his ailments. Once Santa's condition stabilizes in the hospital, the boys ask the doctor if there's a way to save him and Christmas.
Well then, who's gonna deliver all the presents?
We will. And he needs our help. Don't worry, Santa. We'll make sure there's a Christmas this year.
But before they can get going, they need to actually start Santa's sled, which doesn't exactly come with a user manual.
Come on. Come on, you dumb deer.
It's not working. I think they need to be coaxed. Santa said they eat elf flesh.
He just says that so casually, like it's not incredibly horrifying. And of course, Stewie has a plan. Moving on. So Brian and Stewie go on an adventure around the world, ready to do Santa's job for him. One small problem, how the frick did they dock these special reindeer?
Look, I've never landed one of these things before, okay?
Yeah, that'll work. Now just to quietly deliver all the presents in the neighborhood, hopefully without alerting anyone, or eating other people's food.
Brian, knock it off! You jackass!
Hey, who the hell are you?
Busted. What do they do in this situation? Is it A, try to calmly explain, B, run away, or C, distract the guy and then run away? If you guessed none of these, you'd be correct, because this is what they actually do.
What the hell did you do? He was gonna call the cops, man! You can't call the cops on Santa! Help me move this guy's body!
To make matters worse, that poor guy also has a family.
Who are you?
I'm Santa!
You're Santa? Oh my god!
Oh, crap.
No, please, not the wife and kid. Just let them go, dude.
Help! Mommy!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh.
After destroying that innocent, happy family, Brian leaves their young, traumatized daughter tied up right next to her parents' corpse and rushes outside the house to escape the police. Since their cannibalistic reindeer are eating each other up, Stewie activates a hidden switch on the sled to just fly away. And on their peaceful cruise through the sky, this is what Stewie has to say.
We failed Santa.
No, No, we didn't fail Santa.
No, you didn't fail Santa. You failed that innocent family that had just done absolutely nothing wrong. But of course, Stewie and Brian completely gloss over their murders. Instead, they decide that the world has done wrong to Santa for too long, and they go around town stealing literally every single Christmas gift everyone left in their houses. The next day, when it's finally Christmas, everyone receives a huge shock.
No gifts from Santa under their Christmas trees. Local officials are going with the theory that everyone was bad this year. I know what happened to Christmas!
Before explaining anything, Brian shows everyone what happened to the real Santa.
That's right, it's Santa Claus. The reason there was no Christmas this year is that this man is sick, and he needs our help.
So everyone listens to Brian and cuts down on their yearly Christmas demands so that Santa's abused spine and internal organs can finally have some rest. Christmas is officially saved, and Santa's elf workers no longer have to inbreed just to save their workforce. Woohoo! Another happy end, right? If you've been physically, mentally, or emotionally disturbed by any of the previous episodes, I'm warning you, this one will target all of those at once. I'm talking about the episode Stewie is Inciente, in which, well, Stewie gets pregnant, and no, Rupert is not the father. So at the start of the episode, Stewie's just playing in the yard when he sees Brian being best buds. He naturally asks Brian if he'd like to play.
I thought you and I could hang out and maybe watch Lois shush Peter while they watch Nashville.
Maybe another time, Stewie.
Confused, the toddler wonders what he can do to fix his relationship with his friend.
We used to be that happy. Wait a minute. Joe and Bonnie never used to spend time together until they had Susie. Having a baby seems to have made them closer.
No, they do not. Maybe some relationships, but not one between a baby and a dog. Anyway, Stewie gets the idea that if he has a baby with Brian, maybe it'll help him get closer to him. Sounds insane, but it's not like he can pull it off, right? Anyway, Stewie tries to discuss this life-changing step with Brian over dinner, but all of a sudden he's too busy on the phone to even look at Stewie's face.
I was thinking, we should talk about having a... This isn't fun for me, watching you text.
No, this is great. But I gotta go. I have a date.
Too bad Brian was too busy to notice because he just gave Stewie the ammunition he needed to put into his brand new device.
This will impregnate me with the child that will bring Brian and me back together. First, I add Brian's hair and saliva and some preschool applications. There.
After going through an unholy procedure in the special machine, the next morning, Stewie proudly shows off a positive test to Brian.
Meg is pregnant? You're getting warmer.
What have you done?
I think you mean, what have we done?
What?
Brian, we're pregnant.
In a normal man's case, that could have been testicular cancer, but I guess not here. Anyway, Brian does not take kindly to the idea of creating new life without his consent.
My God, you're serious! People are gonna think I had with a male baby and then got him pregnant.
And so he asks Stewie to do this.
You are getting an abortion, Stewie.
I will not! Our child is growing inside me!
Stop talking like that!
Oh, I feel like... I hate this episode. I hate this episode every time we have to talk about it. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. So it's official, Stewie and Brian are becoming parents. Somehow Stewie's pregnancy actually progresses and he even starts showing symptoms.
Back is killing me, and I've also been experiencing a little... morning sickness. It's for the baby.
Throughout the pregnancy, Brian takes Stewie out for baby shopping, normal mama stuff, but very gross considering the context, of course. Oh, and a photo shoot where every shot makes poor Brian look like he wishes to be off.
Dad, can I get one of your head on the belly?
Oh, Dad, I just got emotional.
During this chaos, Stewie also somehow goes into labor. Don't ask the specifics.
How did Murphy Brown make this look so easy?
Careful, don't get anything on the...
God, I think another one's coming.
I don't see it.
I think it's coming out of my mouth.
One very, very horrifying car ride later, and Stewie and Brian return home with a litter of their own puppies. But soon enough, Stewie discovers why his fantasy of having babies doesn't exactly go so smoothly in real life. Turns out that crossbreeding a dog and a human toddler don't exactly go very well. Not to mention, neither of these two has a job or the necessary skills to handle severely disabled children. And so, Brian eventually gets too tired to be a parent.
Where are you going?
I need a break, all right? I just gotta get away for a couple weeks.
You're not leaving me alone with these things. The whole point of this was for us to spend more time together. You've been so distant lately. I thought if we had a baby, it would bring us closer together.
So Stewie finally explains the real reason why he went through this monstrous experiment in the first place.
I always want to hang out with you.
But I was only moody because you were so distant. I always want to hang out with you too. So we didn't have to do any of this.
I I guess not. How attached to them are you?
Not at all.
Yeah, me either.
So yeah, Stewie did not need to do that. And we did not need to be traumatized, but here we are. And the kids are sent off to an animal shelter, hopefully to be handed over to loving parents. And that's the end of that finally. Which episode was the worst out of the bunch? Let me know down in the comment section below and click the link on screen now for more animated goodness. As always guys, thank y'all for watching.